I'm past patiently waiting. I'm passionately smashing. Every expectation, every act is an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualty and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow. Hello, my fellow historians. My name is Emily Toth, and if you're the average musical buff, you would recognize that line from the song My Shot in the musical Hamilton. On today's 5-minute flashback, you guessed it, we are learning all about musicals. Now, you probably have heard of the musicals Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, Hairspray, The Lion King, and West Side Story. The list goes on. But when did it all begin? The ancient Greeks told stories through music and movement. They took place in outdoor amphitheaters with jugglers and humor to entertain. The Renaissance era birthed operas and clown-like characters in the theater. The first musical performed in the United States was The Black Crook, September 12, 1866. It is set in the 1600s in Germany, where a wealthy Count Wolfenstein seeks to marry the lovely village girl Amina. There is evil, good, fairy worlds, and battles in the musical. Fast forward after the Great Depression, the 1940s to the 1960s is described as the musical golden age, where shows like Oklahoma, Sound of Music, and West Side Story came to Broadway. West Side Story premiered on Broadway in 1957. The show is your modern-day Romeo and Juliet that takes place in the 1960s in the Upper West Side of New York, where two rival gangs, the Jets and the Sharks, battle over turf. Then a gang member falls in love with their rival's sister. During the 1970s, musicals expanded even more, with the birth of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Fiddler on the Roof, Grease, and so much more. One musical that stands out is A Chorus Line. It came to Broadway in 1975, based on the book by James Kirkwood and Nicholas Dante. The musical refers to a group of 17 young dancers who perform an audition for a musical on the Broadway theater. A Chorus Line remains the sixth longest running show on Broadway, after 6,137 performances. Soon after came the 1980s and 1990s musicals, which pressed on more social issues than before. Some famous musicals that came out during these periods were Cats, Into the Woods, Dreamgirls, and Little Shop of Horrors. Les Miserables was one of many that stood out in this era. First performed October 8, 1985, Les Mis is a story of Jean Valjean, a French peasant, starting parole after serving 19 years in jail for stealing a loaf of bread. The musical takes you to a revolutionary period in France, where young idealists and the main characters attempt to overthrow the government. Another major musical written during this time was The Lion King. Based on the Walt Disney movie, the musical had its debut July 8, 1997. It took over 37,000 hours to build all the puppets used in the musical. Over 232 puppets can be seen in the show, including rod puppets, shadow puppets, and full-size puppets. The Lion King is the first Broadway show to gross $1 billion in revenue. In the 20 years since it opened on Broadway, the show has grossed $1.4 billion with an average of $2 million a week. Ending with the 2000s, some show-stopping musicals that came to life were Moulin Rouge, Wicked, Mary Poppins the Musical, The Ten Commandments, The Pirate Queen, and Waitress. The musical that has recently caught everyone's eye today is Hamilton. The hip-hop-based musical, first performed January 20th, 2015, was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The musical casts non-white actors as the founding fathers and other historical figures. The stats-minded website 538.com took the cast albums of 8 top musicals and calculated the number of words they contained per minute. Oklahoma clocked in at 59 words per minute with a total word count of 4,303. Pirates and Penzance had 58 words per minute with a total of 5,962. Phantom of the Opera had 77 words per minute and a total of 4,709 words. But Hamilton blew them all out of the water. The show packs in 144 words per minute, and its total word count is 20,520. Do you have a favorite musical? Let us know by leaving a comment down below or sending us a tweet. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZTV 5-Minute Flashback, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and show us some love on Instagram. Until next time, this is Emily Toth reminding you to go out, enjoy life, and stay curious.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.